China says it supports a comprehensive review into the global response to COVID-19, but only after the pandemic has been brought under control. President Xi Jinping has told the World Health Assembly China has been open and transparent about the outbreak since it first emerged late last year. He was responding to calls from more than 100 countries for an independent probe into the origins of the coronavirus. A resolution for an inquiry is likely to be put to a vote. The annual meeting of World Health Organization is being held via video conference, and UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres opened the meeting with a warning. He says countries have ignored the recommendations of the WHO and the world is now paying the price. Olivia Seong joins us now with more on what President Xi had to say. So, Olivia, what else did he touch on his speech?
Well, I think we should note that President Xi is making a speech at a time where China says that it has brought the outbreak situation within its borders under control. But this also comes as the country faces increasing international scrutiny over its handling of the outbreak. And this criticism largely being led by the United States. But in President's speech, we can see that he has been continues to try to portray China as a global leader, especially as we've seen the United States being critical of the World Health Organization, even saying that they would be withdrawing funding from the organization last month. So here we see President Xi saying that China will provide $2 billion over 2 years to aid the COVID-19 response, as well as economic and social development in affected countries, especially developing countries. When it comes to the vaccine, China is saying that when available, this will be made a global public good, and it will be China's contribution to ensuring that the vaccine is accessible and affordable as well. China is also saying that it will work with the United Nations to set up a global humanitarian response depot and hub in China and ensure the operation of anti-epidemic supply chains. And this just continues, China's narrative of being a global leader during this pandemic, even as we've seen the U.S. kind of retreat from the world stage.
Olivia, China earlier opposed any investigation into its handling of COVID-19. Is this a change of heart then?
Well, I think we have to note that what President Xi said is that he supports a comprehensive review to the global response to the COVID-19 pandemic. And he did say that deficiencies have been exposed in the global public health system, and that there is a need to respond more quickly to public health emergencies. We should also note that President Xi has said that this investigation should be led by the World Health Organization, and it should be conducted in an impartial and objective manner. Now, if you recall, there are about 100 countries now looking to back a resolution calling for an independent inquiry into this pandemic. It does not single out China or any other country and calls for an impartial, independent evaluation. Now, China has previously said that it does support the work of the World Health Organization, including into investigations of the origins of the virus. It has said that what it does not support is the politicization of the pandemic, whether it's by the US or other countries like Australia, as it has felt that countries like the US, in trying to divert attention or shift the blame from its own handling of the pandemic, have been trying to divert attention and put the blame on China. In this instance, and President Xi has continued to reiterate that China has been transparent during this pandemic.
All right, thanks for that, putting that in context for us. Olivia Seong speaking to us there.